Okay, today I'm going to try to do a day in the life in the Quartzsite Desert. And this was inspired by Adventuring with Amanda. You can link down to her channel below. So there's plenty of things I do in the morning with hot water. One of them is take a bath. This is stuff that is really cool. You take a sheet of this. Put it down. I've got a little hot water going. So I pour it on here. I'm still getting the hot water ready for coffee, but while I'm doing that, let this cool down just a little bit. And this is a great soapy body wash. And check this out. After I use it to wash the body, I drop it to the floor, move it around with my foot, and I have a cleanly mopped laminate floor. Well, here I am with my morning coffee routine. You see the kettle still going. And I use instant coffee from Starbucks, the Rv'er method. I've used lots of different methods for making coffee, like all of them. And I, frankly, haven't gotten one better than the other than the simplicity of this one. A little raw sugar in there. There's something about how they do the instant coffee. It's pretty remarkable. It tastes just like I went into a Starbucks and ordered it fresh. So I go ahead and I mix it. I add a little bit of milk. Use whole milk. Pretty much my coffee is the only thing I use it for. And there I go. I have my coffee for the morning, and I am ready to take Dottie out. So let's take Dottie outside for her morning routine. We got a kind of late start this morning because heck, it's 8:45. Usually we're out and doing this right at sunrise, right around 7:30. Let's go, Dottie. Let's go for a walk. Look how tall I look in my shadow. The solar panels are pretty funky for two reasons. We'll put this down and I'll fix them. Problem one is they're not facing the right way, and problem two is you see the two of those are flat. Well, they're flat because we've had 20-mile-an-hour winds. It wouldn't stay out, but they're flat yesterday. So we'll put the stands back up. Face everything the right way. So there we are. We're now harvesting our energy properly from Mother Sun. Dottie approves. The good girl stay in there. They're ready for your breakfast? She's ready for her breakfast. Dottie, come on. Get your breakfast. Let's go. Come on. Let's eat. Well, normally what we would do for breakfast, excuse me, is I take a scoop of this and put it into a bowl. But today's special. What's special about today? We are at the end of Dottie's homemade food. So it looks like there's about a cup left. That's one serving, one breakfast. So instead of putting it in this nice clean bowl, we're going to serve it in this, and two things are going to be accomplished. One, she's going to get her breakfast right away, and two, I'm going to get a clean container back. Isn't that right, Dottie? There she goes. My eating machine and automatic dishwasher. And yes, well, you're certainly going to clean it after she looks it clean, right? Oh yeah, I'll thoroughly disinfect it, I promise. Promise. So my indoor activities are done generally in that recliner where I can watch TV or YouTube videos or whatever. And then the other one is at the little desk. There's a laptop there. That's where I do my occasional counseling sessions. I am retired, but I see maybe a half a dozen people a week. I have a limited amount of income I can make, so I don't do all that much counseling, but I do enough for it feels meaningful and it's fun. For breakfast, I can choose to get on that cast iron skillet, put some eggs out, or if I feel so motivated, I can unveil the Blackstone, cook out here. But this morning, what I'm going to do is cook inside breakfast because I'm going to be cooking Dottie's full week and a half, 2 weeks worth of food today. I'm going to show you how I do that. That'll be part of today's routine. And we might go for a bike ride. There's my e-bike and Dottie's e-bike carrier. She loves going for e-bike rides. So my next favorite part of the day is sitting down with my cup of coffee, watching my pre-recorded version of the Today Show. I got YouTube TV and I record it to the virtual VCR, and I get to see the one I have a little bit of a crush on is Hoda. And I love it that it's recorded. I can zip through the commercials and I can even skip through segments that I'm not particularly interested in. So I'm going to get on with that. Probably should have recorded the process, but I forgot. But anyway, this is what I ended up with: some fried eggs with cheddar cheese and sourdough English muffins. And it's about 10:30, so I've been puttering around, texting and watching TV and going through Facebook. And this is where Dottie is most of the day when we're inside on her little bed, and I'm sitting right here next to her. And this is where George hangs out, right next to me in his little hidey hole, right, George? Kitty? Okay, Dottie and I finally are going to go outside and enjoy the day. And we're a little late today. It is 11:47 where I'm finally coming outside, and it's 11:47 because I got stuck sitting in a chair flipping through Facebook videos for like an hour and 15 minutes or an hour and a half. And the people that I'm camping with, I'm not seeing any signs of life. Tim is away. Jim's car is here. That looks like Jim's car. And his door is open. Dottie, come this way. You can't run away. Yep, Jim's here. So part of the daily routine is saying hi to my people that camp with me. This is Jim. Jim's from Canada. What part of Canada, Jim?
Winter Peg.
Winter Peg? What is this?
Farkle, new game.
Oh, you going to teach me how to play it?
Absolutely, it's a great game. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, so this is rare. I might actually have something to do today.
And got it in town there at the game store, cheaper than the internet.
Excellent.
Great.
The game store on Kuhn Street in Tyson
Absolutely.
Wells.
Yeah.
And my dog is wandering off. I need to go get her. Okay, so let's start over. This is the new microwave that was, and it's more than a microwave. It's a microwave, convection oven, and air fryer.
And also broiler.
And also a broiler. So
Yeah.
it's like got everything
It's called a
in
4-in-1. And I took out the 1999 one and upgraded it. It's all stainless steel. It's got the air fryer basket with it, and all of this comes out if you want to use it for everything else. So nice and modern.
And then you got rid of this tube TV.
Yes.
How quaint, and put in a...
And VCR. Got rid of the VCR behind you.
Behind me. Okay, there's the new TV. Because you got it from Daryl, who had, you said, 5 TVs.
5 TVs.
You had
And I
5
got my
TVs.
original artwork.
Oh, you did that?
No, Karen did that.
Okay, so it's original, just not original by you.
Yeah, and here's,
And another one from Karen.
yeah, beautiful. That's Oatman.
Oatman, yeah, where the burros come down and interact with the tourists.
And I've got more. I mean, that's Valley of Fire.
Oh, I see that one.
And then over here, I've got Cactus Blooming.
Does she sell these?
She does. They're prints.
And you can shoot me an address where people can check it out. Like she has a website or something.
Karen's New Journey. This is my induction cooktop.
I've always wanted to. I'm considering one of those. How much power does it draw?
1,800 watts.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Well, but you don't have to put it on high. This one's 1,800 also.
Okay.
You know, that is a lot. And this is an original painting from Karen. That's Moonrise over Sunset, or Moonrise.
Well, I'll have to
Sunset over Water.
I'll have to reposition to get that one because of the sun.
Sunset over Water. It's called.
Well, hard to get that one with the sun
you have
on
to
it, but we
close the
got
door.
it. I think that'll get it.
Yeah.
All right, Dottie, don't wear out your welcome. So I did a little time lapse on this, is where the three of us are sitting around discussing world events and other very important high-level matters, and the state of our individual lives, and a prolonged discussion on our thorough understanding of women. Actually, that part wasn't that long a conversation. I had forgotten that I put away Dottie's bed for the wind the other day, put it out, and she went right for it. And Jim made his daily soup concoction, and it's nice and warm, and it smells wonderful, and this is going to be my lunch today. And I did make a sandwich to go with my soup. There it is. It's always frugal to make your own sandwiches versus going out to eat. Well, here I am starting the preparation for Dottie's food for the week. And we'll start with 4 cans of canned vegetables. We have 2 cans of peas and 2 cans of cut green beans. So in here we have the frozen blueberries mixed in with the peas. So this is the cooking of the hamburger. It's quite a bit of hamburger, so that'll take a little while. This side of it's not heated, so that's just the hamburger will be spooned into there when it's ready to go. And we'll transfer everything to these stackable Tupperware. It's not Tupperware, it's they're called flat stacks. Put down, and it takes a while for it to heat back up again and start cooking at temperature. So this is going to take a little while, and trust me, I'm not going to make you suffer through watching this, waiting for this pot to boil. Start moving this over to the pot. saw the bowl coming out. She's pretty excited. There she is. Do you want your dinner? There we go. I'm the first. And here she is eating their first bowl from this batch. I always give her a little extra because she is driven a little crazy by the smell when it's cooking. But there she is, enjoying it. I was debating on whether to include something in my day in the life that happened in this particular day. And I decided, this is going to be a day in the life, then I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell a not so pleasant thing that happened. Like so many of us in this divided world that we find ourselves in, we find that through COVID in particular, we found we have friends that have very different beliefs than we do. And they generally fall the left or the right. And I'm not going to talk about which side I think is right. That's not the point here. The point is there are difficulties that we experience when we have people that are otherwise close and good friends for a long period of time have very different beliefs. We have very different beliefs in that. How do we handle that? Well, today I think was an example of a way that I don't think is a great idea to do. My friend that I've known for decades sent me a text message, and in that text message was contained a link to an article, and it kind of opened with, from her, I don't want to come off like I told you so, but here's an article, and it basically shows everything that I've been saying. And I did look at it, and it was from what I consider to not be a reputable source by any stretch of the imagination. And my response to it was, you're talking about a subject that's very near and dear to my heart. It involves, for me personally, someone that was very close to me dying, and this isn't something that I think the two of us should have any kind of a discussion about. So please don't send these kinds of things to me, and I'll show the same respect to you by not sending you things that I believe on the subject, and let's preserve our friendship. So I didn't get an answer right away, and my phone went off a little bit later, and it was a message, and I was a little confused because it was a direct copy and paste of the message that I sent her. And then there was another message that, here's basically said, here's what I'm trying to tell you. These people, just none of them, I'm paraphrasing here because I can't remember exactly what it said, but they have closed minds. And it was basically meant to be insulting me. And as I looked at it, I realized, you know what? She's trying to get support from a friend of hers that believes what she does, and she sent it to me by accident. So I responded to it, and I said, I think I see that you sent this to me by accident, and I got to tell you, it was kind of hurtful to see it, although I do understand it. And an hour later, I got a huge long message that trying to justify what she'd said. But some damage had been done. Not irreparable damage. I'm going to be okay. Our friendship is going to be okay. But that was a thing that happened today in my day in the life. So I thought I'd share that in the interest of being open and authentic. Well, in the interest of being open and authentic, I was about to take Dottie on a ride on the bike because in the first part of the day I said on camera, I think we're going to go for a bike ride, and I was going to do it just because I said I'd do it for the video, and I don't feel like doing it. So I'm not going to do it. I just realized if I did it, I would be doing my first phony thing on the video, going for a bike ride when I didn't feel like going for a bike ride. What do I feel like doing? I don't know. We'll see as it's getting, it's 5:15, so in about an hour we're gonna have a sunset. We'll take a look at the sunset. I've got my propane fire pit all set up here. And sometimes if I light that puppy up after dark, my campmates come out and we sit around and talk, and Jim might come out and play a song. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Well, I promised a sunset video. Jim got his. He gets one every single night here. And there she is. Very nice. And there's our little group. So this is a time lapse of the game Jim and I played, and it is called Farkle, and it was a lot of fun. And Jim wanted me to point out that he won. All right, we have the end of the evening here, and George is eating some dinner. Dottie is ready for bed. She's up on my bed, and before I get in, we'll have to do some maneuvering, but she's used to that. And I'll probably have a seat here, watch a couple of things on the TV, and go to bed. And I know you can see on the clock that it's only 8 o'clock, but it's the desert, it's the winter, 8 o'clock's late. I hope you all enjoyed a day in the life, or a day in my life. I kind of enjoyed making it. And Dottie's ready to say goodnight. Say goodnight, Dottie. Good night, Dottie.